welcome in, everybody. Congratulations, Special and Cobra, on being the first viewer to redeem first for the also first redemption of the stream. So you get a bunch of firsts. It is also the first day of the work week, I suppose, and it's very early in the morning. So like you can have all the firsts today. Just take as many
Petulant
firsts
Cobra
as you
just
want.
resubscribed for 20 months.
And you're the first
Wild,
resub
Max
of the
sub
day.
Lady Wild.
Maxim! That is extremely exciting. Extremely exciting, Petulant Cobra. I'm just gonna throw some panic at you because that was my top emote currently. Does that tell you something about the game I'm playing right now? I think if it doesn't, it probably should. Gasp! Amazing. Well, welcome in, Petulant Cobra. Welcome in everybody else as well. And thank you so much for that resub. 20 whole heckin' months is a lot. That is a lot of months, in my opinion. That is just an absurdly high number of months. Like, I swear I started streaming like 2 weeks ago, right? That's why I'm so bad at it? Yeah? That's a self-effacing joke. You don't have to spend too much time trying to encourage me. But welcome in, everybody, all the same. Happy Monday to y'all. Has it been 2 weeks already? I know. It's such a long time. Just insane. Crazy. So I'm Lady QEW. I am a Nintendo fangirl. I am a completionist sort of gamer. And I want to say strictly a casual gamer, though we did confirm that I am technically also a professional, but we're casual pros, you know? That's what we do here. And so in 2023, this year, I decided I was going to start a playthrough of the Legend of Zelda series. And this playthrough is basically going to be mainline games made by Nintendo, and it is also going to be contained to the games that I have access to in one way or another. So super cool news about Nintendo changing their NSO so that we have Game Boy and Game Boy Advance, and their announced plans to bring Oracle of Seasons, Oracle of Ages to GB, and Minish Cap, I believe, is already on GBA, which is cool because I own Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages. I have the cartridges sitting on my game shelf, but I didn't own the Minish Cap. It was one of a handful of games that I'm missing. I think that brings me down to I don't have Spirit Tracks, and I don't have Four Swords Adventures. I think that's the GameCube one. So there are still a couple of games that I'm missing from the franchise, so we're gonna have to skip those ones because I'm not gonna play a game I don't own. That seems pretty non-legit to me. You have a copy of Four Swords kicking around somewhere? Like the GameCube one? Oh, I'm intimidated by it, but I'm not surprised. It's absolutely on my list. I just haven't found a place that I can buy it for less than $120. And trust me, I am not doing that. That's absurd. Ooh! Oh, we might be getting another one. Big if. Valid. You know what? If you do find it, let me know. Because I'm open to that. As we've seen, I accept games that I'm missing from franchises that I care about. And I'm also willing, in fact, to mail it back to you if you find it and mail it to me. When I finish it, I am absolutely... You have time, is what I'm saying. There are a lot of games that come first, because Four Swords Adventures being on GameCube means that it's after A Link to the Past, it's after Ocarina of Time, it's after Majora's Mask, it is after Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages. So, like, legit, I'm side-eyeing Nintendo right now, and I'm like, I hope you're planning on bringing those, like, relatively soon, but if I'm trying to 100% Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask before then, we're fine. We've got time. Gonna be a little while before I can look. I'm going out of town on Wednesday. Ooh! Well, I hope wherever you are going, and for whatever reason that you are going, that is a good experience for you. Can I ask? Is this vacation or is this like business? And if you don't want to answer, that's totally legit. Ooh! I mean, that sounds both like a superhero backstory and also like a vacation. I like daisies. Welcome in. Hello. How are you this masterful Monday? Which I'm only calling masterful because I hope I'm going to turn out to be reasonably good at the mess that I'm going to be trying, because it's going to be a mess. So yeah, we're working our way through Legend of Zelda, and we're here. It's about an hour due south of the city of Truth or Consequences. Is that real? Like, I admit, I know virtually nothing about the geography of the good old US of A. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Okay, so Petulant Cobra is going to become a superhero and get a superhero backstory. This is what we're learning. This is what we're learning today. So yeah, there is a lot going on right now, and I know I had said, hey, listen, I want that magic level up. I am at 3,000 out of 6,000 experience points needed for my next level up, which I believe is going to be my magic one. I'm certainly not intending to enter the next palace without a level up. I'm getting close to the end of the levels that I can get. But what I'm learning as I kind of look forward to things, I think this is path. There's a link doll somewhere on this beach, and I would like to find it, but that involves backing up. So the thing is, there are a lot of experience bags, including in the upcoming palace, and so it really feels like maybe I should start doing some of the pre-collecting, because there's 2 whole towns that I have to go to, and there's like a lost kid I have to find. There is apparently a lot going on now that we have the raft, you know? There's just so much happening. And so I think I'm going to try to do some of that. I'm not going to start the palace, I think, until I have the level 8 magic as well. So I'll have level 8, level 7, because that means when I complete the palace, I should get that attack level up to level 8, and I think that will complete the levels that I can, like, earn, and then that will completely eliminate the need to grind, and I'll just have to torture myself with the story for a while. But that does mean that, like, I'm thinking towards the direction of lives. And so I want to see how far back I have to go, because I straight up, like, skipped a Link doll a long time ago. There it is. Okay. Okay. It is, in fact, straight down from here, so... Oh, rude. I am already doing a great job. Ooh. I mean, it doesn't do me a lot of good right now. My magic is in fact full. We're gonna keep going. Yeah! Here it is. Look at it. Look at this little friend. We're gonna collect this little friend. Get ourselves another life. Get ourselves a little bit more health. 'Cause we can. We're gonna be going near the... Ooh! I do enjoy the ability to, like, jump over these guys a bit. See, that wasn't so bad. We remember how we're doing things. I was thinking I wanted to do a little bit of grinding just to make sure that I remembered how the buttons work, but I also think that's enough. I do in fact remember how the buttons work for the most part. And that's fun. So, now let's jump back to where we're supposed to be. Again, I might be a completionist, but I'm not someone who requires my completionism to be entirely based on my own willingness to just have at this game over and over until I figure it out. So I have absolutely got like 3 guides open right now because they all have different information in them, and they're mixed. They're mixed in terms of whether or not they ever help. But apparently, if I just go here, raft time, that's pretty lovely. Excuse you. I just wanted to show y'all that I could do that, because then the next thing that I'm gonna do, oh, you know what? Apparently we're having struggles with what I was intending to do. So that's okay. We'll just use save state 2 instead of save state 1. So there are a bunch of things going on here, but this is like Eastern Hyrule or something, which is interesting because I didn't realize Link on a boat. Actually, Cobra, that is Link on a raft. But I understand your point. There's so many, like, Link is just, he's a sailor at heart. He loves the water. Most games have him on a boat. Oh, what the heck are you? Oh, I hate it. I hate it. Get me out of here. So that is an action screen that I'm not sure I can defeat. What are these? One presumes that I can only kill them if I hit them in the eye. I will take that. And then we're gonna leave. Because I don't like that. Oop! Uh-oh. Okay. We're having some problems, chat. These action screens are tough and relatively constant. Ooh, I would like a fairy. I would like a fairy. Nope. Okay. Missed the fairy. Again, we have some Tektites, I think these are, and Tektites are things that I cannot beat right now. Which is why we're gonna be here for a bit. Yeah. So, this is a town. It's the ghost of, actually. Oh, hello! Hello, can you be my new side chick? No? I am thirsty. Okay, so she's not gonna be my new side chick. Okay. Where's my side chick in this town? Like, I'll be honest, if I have to just cast magic until I'm healthy again, and then go back to Sherbet Lemon, I did find Sherbet Lemon. Seriously? What? What does the sign say? Passion Cobra, thank you for redeeming Kaitri for 69 channel points. Nice. That's amazing. She just needs a good old hydrate. Very smooth. Okay, so this is Naburu. And this town has no side chick, which is okay. Because, oops, that is not what I meant to do. I meant to press that button. Because we're just gonna head back to find Sherbet Lemon. The inconsistency in this town. Wait, hold on. Are you side chick or are you the thirsty one? Stop by for a while. Okay, so there is a side chick. She just didn't leave her house the first time I came by. Well, that's odd. Okay. So side chick located. That one is the one. Okay, now I need to talk to Sherbet Lemon for magic. Delightful. Okay, I'm feeling safe. Is anybody else feeling safe? So this is the thirsty lady, which is super interesting choice of words based on like the various meanings thirsty can have. So I'm pretty sure. Yes. I would love to get some water. Are you literally... Lady, you live right next to a fountain. Like, literally this woman lives directly next to a fountain. And she is not going to get herself a drink. And so we went and got her a drink. You have water. Come to my house. Lady, I don't feel as though you should be giving access to your house for anyone willing to walk 4 steps away. Do you want to drink out of a public fountain? Well, I mean, if she was willing to accept it from Link, like, did she think it was fancy water? Did we successfully, like, gaslight her into believing that was good water when it was just the water next to her? This magic will make your sword shoot fire. 16! Chad, it's so cheap. Oh, jeez. Okay. Hello? Oh my gosh. So this is the spell that I need to in any way participate in existence on this half of the ocean. And or lake. I'm not sure. It might just be a really big lake. I mean, I do live in Canada. We have a lot of very big lakes. Cool. So that spell's fantastic and I love it. Fire's cheap for a reason, because I need it constantly. Yeah. I hope the reason it's cheap is because it is clear that I'm going to be in constant need for it. I'm pretty sure, so according to my guide, that's the only way that I can kill the Tektites. And or potentially other things. So we're gonna make us a spend point. Or because you get what you pay for? Oh no. Is it not a good spell? Because I mean I already have this, but the fire goes forever. I don't use shield a lot. I probably should. Okay. So we've got a save point. Lovely in this town. It has its uses, but I rarely use it. Yeah, so my guess would be its main use is like being able to actually fight enemies on this side of the universe. But if I don't see a Tektite and or something else that I need fire to kill, I'm not sure why I would use it. Because at this point, I've spent so much time learning how to stab things effectively that if things die for stabbing reasons... Okay, hold up. I need to be able to cast my thing! Die! Okay, so one of them died. Okay, I can block their magic. Jeez, they take a lot of health. This is not worth it. Oh, so this is definitely not worth it as a space to like... Oh my gosh. Into the cave. Okay. And so we again are gonna need some fire to do a Tektite die. Ooh, I will take that bag. I love the sound that the fire makes as it's going across the screen. And if you chase it, you can make it go longer. Fantastic. Okay, so I have to be, like, better at casting magic, I think. So we are on fire right now. Because we might need it? Unclear. There's definitely something in this part. Hello? What the heck are you? Okay, can I kill you with fire? No. Oh, but you can kill me with fire. I cannot kill him with downstab either. I'm just gonna... Ooh, that's a nice amount of experience. Woo! He can kill me with fire. Yeah, I got that. It understood. We're just gonna go back to town. That's definitely what we're gonna do. But like, see that? Look at that. That was like 1,000 experience in hardly any time at all. Okay, path, town. Gotcha. This is great. So, this whole side of things feels a bit like a steep difficulty curve, you know? Which is just kind of genuinely true in this game whenever I try to keep doing anything. The difficulty curve on it is ridiculous. But this is fine. We have ourselves health and magic once more, which is great. Love me some full health, full magic. Whew. So we're gonna go back to the sign, as one does. We're gonna make ourselves a safe spot. Welcome in, Cape Bloomer. It is super lovely to see you. How are you doing this marvelous Monday? This masterful Monday. This Monday of Mondays. I feel like I need caffeine. I don't have caffeine, but I feel like I need caffeine. Whew. Not looking forward to tomorrow. Oh. I'll make sure to message you. You do need caffeine. That's valid, and you should feel valid. Okay. So, it's also because I'm going to the dentist. Wow. That's fair. The bone fae. Yes, fair enough. Yep, the fae that looks after the bones. The ones in your mouth. Yeah. Bones. That's fun. I do not enjoy trips to the dentist, so I definitely am on the same page as you as not enjoying that. However, I am going to have to bite the bullet and go at some point. Just it makes sense. You do want to look after your, like, you want to look after your teeth, I guess. I guess they're important. So now I'm supposed to go to a different town. That is apparently what is supposed to happen next. I'm sorry about that. I personally... Woo! Thank you very much for the follow.
Instant Try Play is now following.
That's very fun. Oh, Corgi, thank you for redeeming Dehydrate. I appreciate that very much. Kate, I'm gonna quickly get back. To that. But I first need to... Again, not sponsored, but these are delicious, and so I do strongly recommend them. And if you know anyone at Ruffles, they should hit me up. So thank you very much for that Dehydrate. That's great. You're tired? Oh no. Oh! That's cool. Well, I very much appreciate the follow. Do you know what's cool, chat? I think I have more than 200 followers now, and we're playing Zelda II, so it's thematic. Isn't that great? I think that's pretty great, and I think y'all are super lovely. Yeah, Valentine's is always an interesting one for me because its commercialism is, like, super annoying. And so I've never really been one to, like, celebrate Valentine's with a partner. I tend to just be more aware from the fact that it has, like, it comes with a built-in excuse to give people I love chocolate. So I'm sorry that particular holiday is catching up to you. Just punt it to the curb like it's a football. It ain't got no business being anywhere. But thank you as well for asking me how I am. I'm sleepy. But otherwise, you know, I'm doing pretty good. We haven't died so far in Zelda II. And that is an accomplishment. Caffeine has no effect on me. Woof! That is unfortunate. Time to get Death Wish coffee. I do not recommend ingesting anything that makes you feel like you want to die. That's just a little pro tip here. Just a little pro tip. Don't ingest things that make you want to die. So, this is going to be potentially a little bit tough. I already saved, right? I did. Okay. We're fine. This is going to potentially be a little bit tough because we're supposed to go to the next town. Yeah. That's fair. Okay. Go on. Go on. Shoot fire at me, I dare you. Oh, my stars, what are you? Hold on. I want to know if this can die. Oops. Yes, it can. Okay. Okay, death success. I really like throwing chocolate at people, literally. And figuratively. That's basically what the value is for me. Okay, so that was it. That was what that was. Interesting. Northwest is the town. Oh dear, that is a moblin? Okay. So we're gonna need this again. Oh shoot. Never mind, we're just gonna run. Where... That is another one. I am not a fan of any of these screens. I'm just trying to leave. Please let me leave. Where? There it is. There is the town. Oh, interesting. That is a different kind of... Okay. He just leapt into a pit. That's fine. Oh my stars, I was crouching, sir. Ooh, I will take that. Oh my gosh. These probably, I feel like, would be very fun to destroy over and over. What? Okay. So I think that's a required action screen, which is going to be a problem. What the heck? I have hate. I have hate for this. I have hate for everything to do with this. No, no moblin. I am literally gonna die from, like, not being able to walk into town, apparently. Okay. Not my favorite. Mountain town of Darunia. Oh, interesting. I think that's one of the Gorons. Is that like the Goron chief in Ocarina of Time? Stabbing the jars / bottles collects them. It's great, right? So great. Hi, are you my friend? Stop by for a while. Yes! New side chick found. New side chick found! At least with the bags, you can think of as opening the bag with your sword. Yeah, that's fair. That makes a lot of sense. Because, like, I'm just slashing open the bag and getting the experience. But with the potion bottles, it's like, smash. Smash. Enjoy your meetings, Petulant Cobra. The towns are named after the 7 sages? Oh. I don't think I noticed that. I had noticed 3 of those. Oh yeah, I guess Milo is a sage. I had forgotten. That's a good point. You told me that? I thought you told me that they were all named after characters. I might have missed the information that they were like the fancy special characters. But I keep forgetting anyway, and this will just be a permanent problem for me. I keep forgetting that fact because to me, the 7 sages, the ones that I'm most familiar with, are the ones from A Link Between Worlds, and they are not the same at all. And so... So if you tell me to name the 7 sages, I'm most likely to name those ones instead of the ones from Ocarina of Time. So I'm sorry about that. Okay, so we made it to this pseudo-safe zone. This is a difficult one to get in and out of. Go for it. I believe in you. I believe in you. And so then the weird thing about this... Okay, so there's Sherbet Lemon. Interesting. Huh. This is interesting. So, my guide has a weakness, chat. Let's see if we can figure this out. I don't think it's that one. I'm not sure I can make that jump, so I think I'm supposed to go this way. Oh my goodness, I love this. Look, when Link jumps, his sprite is like foreground, and the life bar is background. Darunia, Rauru, Saria, Ruto. There's more, but I don't remember. See, so Milo, I think, is the name of the little one. Which is, I think, the first town that we're in this game. And so I know Milo, because Milo's the bully in Kakariko. But then... Well, if Milo isn't a sage, then the towns here are not named after the sages, because the town of Milo is one of the first ones that we get to. Who is Rauru? Like, I do not remember who that is in Ocarina of Time. Rauru? So I think it's this one. Yep, cool, we have pipes. Oh, right, he's the owl. I forget that the owl has a name. That makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna stab under this table just because I can. Friend? Yes! Hello, friend. Hello? May I speak with you, please? When you jump, press up to stab. Ooh! We now have up stab and down stab. Stab them to speak with them. Just like in real life. Yep. So this is fun. Chat, we've learned a new stab. We have the jump stab. We have regular stab. We have crouch stab. We have stab down. And now we also have stab up. Look at that sprite. Oh my gosh, that is hard to track here. So we can now stab things in the air. Isn't that great? That's so great. I love it. So many stabs. So much potential. I don't know why I needed to come here first, but most of my guides say I want the ability to stab. And so I accept this. Okay. If we can make it through the vast forest, there's a one up on a beach. So we need to go there regardless. So we need to go through the ridiculous vast forest. And this is gonna be difficult, I think. This is going to be very difficult. Oof. So let's try. Imagine having upstab for spiders. Oh, that is a good point. Okay. I can downstab these guys. I'm just learning. I know I can downstab those guys. That's pretty obvious. Okay. Sweet. Except for the part where there's bubbles. The bubbles are less sweet. Oop. Oop. Nope. I don't like that. Don't like any of that. Okay, we're just gonna go. We're gonna try and go. We're gonna attempt to go. Yay! Whew! That was a talented dodge. Oh, excuse you. I was still doing a downstab there. Thank you. Hello? That's interesting. My downstab failed me twice there, so that's unfortunate. Imagine having to learn how to point your sword up. I feel like that should come naturally. Yeah, a little bit, now that you mention it. Oh dear. Hello? I am definitely stabbing. We're just gonna go again. Okay. Okay, so these ones are interesting. I don't know. Okay, so they take one hit, but we can only hit them when their eyes are open, which they seem to do somewhat randomly. Okay. Beach. Up. Okay. Ooh. I will take that. Okay. I don't know what I'm gonna need. In Smash Bros, Link's up and down basic attacks are from this game. Oh! That's cool! I didn't know that. Whoo! I feel like a pro for that. Oh, okay. This is fine. We can just go. Oh boy, this is a great pause point. The southernmost segment of beach has a 1-up. Good to know. Beautiful. That honestly looked like talent, but I assure you it was not. It was very much luck. So we're gonna do a save because this is actually not bad in terms of setup for this. Whew! But now we are about to get to a truly amazing place. What? That bridge was just a bridge. That just portaled me. Amazing. I found the bridge that just portals you. I was fully expecting that to be like an action sequence of terror and doom, because that was a very long bridge. But nope. So we are currently in a part of Hyrule, which is called Maze Island, chat. And there is a palace on this island. It is called Maze Palace. But before we go there, we have other things that we're going to do. Because we have to come here in order to, like, save a small child, which I think allows me to get another spell. And we definitely want that other spell before we start the Maze Palace. So this is a maze, not just from a perspective of it is kind of like a labyrinth, but also from a perspective that, like, there's a whole bunch of hidden action screens here. And I think one of my guides is trying to minimize those, and so we are definitely going to be using that one. There's a lot of hitting walls in his descriptions. So we're gonna go north until we find a pit, is what he says. There we go. Pit. Sweet. Oh my gosh. Wait, what? I can't downstab this lizard? Ooh. Oh, I understand! The lizard has a shield! And when the shield is up, I can't downstab, I have to crouch stab, but when the shield is down to protect against the crouch stab, I can totally downstab. That looked very pro. It wasn't, but it looks very pro. Very cool. So I have met a new enemy, and I have found a small child. The child is just standing there so stoically, and I just pick him up. Let me show you what I found, chat. Look at this! Look at this child! And then what did I do with him? Did I just shove him in my pocket or something? Oh, this is where I'm reminded that in D&D a bag of holding can theoretically fit a person in it. Why? Classic Zelda 2. Ta-da! The lizards are just like Iron Knuckles? That makes sense. Oh. Oh boy. That was funny. I enjoyed that very much. Immensely, in fact. Holding the child over his head and I am error, the two biggest memes? Yes. I am error is a great line of dialogue. Okay. So, now there is apparently something else we can collect in this labyrinth, and it is a magic jar. And I think I definitely want it, because that's what makes my magic bar bigger. And I want a magic bar to be, like, you know, as big as possible. Such as how we play this game. So, go south from where you saved the child until you hit the wall. I mean, I already have, but I presume that you mean this level of south. And that's fine. Take the first path north. Go north when the path splits. So that's here. We're gonna go north. Ignore the first bridge. Okay, it has been ignored. We're gonna cross the second one. And then we're supposed to go south and follow the path to reach an action screen with a magic container. So that's south. Okay. Found a pit. Found a magic container. Right, this one I don't stab, I pick up. Delightful. So we got the magic container. Those were the errands we were trying to run here. So we are going to... We've done this fairly painlessly. So I think we can save slot 2, which was from the beach on the other side. And now we're just trying to leave. Okay, we have bumped into the river, which is good. I think we can just retrace our steps, one would presume, right? And so that means doing this, because that was how I got here. Okay, perfect. Great. And now we are back on the beach. So now we have to make our way all the way back to town, which is a trek and a half. Okay, so this is the screen that I need fire on. Hello. Die? Oh my gosh, please just die. Any of the things on this screen, please die. Oh, that was bad. Oh my gosh. I need them both on this side of me. And I also need them to stop jumping like a little tick-tight rudeness. Okay, we're running. This is fine. This is not fine. This is not fine at all. We can run, right? We can successfully run. Okay, okay. Okay. So, get myself a little bit of life back. Hello? Destroy this guy. Okay. Hello? Okay, missed him, but that's okay. Got his friend. I would like this potion, actually. Please and thank you. That sounds delightful. Okay. Success. Action screen number 2 with the bubbles! That is going poorly so far for me. Uh-huh. Cool. That's unfortunate. Okay, so the next time I make it to that beach, make a save state. Gotcha. Downstabbing the potion. Pro move. Yes. Okay. This is fine. So I understand this part of the maze at least. I will probably save before crossing the bridge, because the beach is a dangerous place. Okay, and so now we get another chance to try a lot of things. We will save here. And then we will go here. Okay. You know what? I accept this one. I do not mind this action screen. Ooh! A potion that I don't need, but I will stab it all the same. That moblin dodged me, for which I am grateful. Okay. Oh, nope. Hello with my crouching. Nice. Okay, okay. So what I like about that is I got myself some experience points. And so I want to try keeping that if I can. Run away. Well, I will run from this, and that seems valid. Now, this is not a safe space. Ooh, can I kill them when they're still underground? That would be cool. Okay. Okay. First action screen. Nope. Second action screen. Lots of booblés going on here. Oh, lots of booblés. We don't like the booblés. Especially not when we just walk into them as though there is nothing to be afeared of here. We are getting that potion. That... Okay. Town. Whew. Safety! Okay. Let's find our side chick friend. Friend? Not you. Maybe you? You? Is it you? Yes, it is you. Sorry, I didn't recognize you. My bad. Okay, we don't need sherbet lemon. Oh. But we do need to know who lost their child. Because someone lost their child, and I'm not sure who it is. Is anyone coming out of houses? Because I think... Is it you? Hold on. You are a hero for saving my child. Woo! Feed the child to the giant spider on the map to distract it. I did notice the giant spider, and I was like, that looks awful. I don't want to deal with that. But I probably will need to deal with that at some point. You know? As one does. Okay, so I saved that lady's kid. Which is great, I guess? But unfortunately it means I can't distract the spider anymore. So, what magic hast thou for me? This magic will strengthen a shield. Okay. Okay, so this is called the Reflect spell. That seems nice. Oh, look at this! I had not really paid attention to the screen before, which tells you something. Because this is absolutely must start menu in action screens, and the fact that I've never looked at that is kind of funny. Because at the bottom here, this is where we have the candle, the gloves, the raft, and the hammer, and so this is actually our collection screen. This is the thing we're trying to fill. And we have 3 lives, 0 keys, and I don't know what that last thing is. So that's good. I don't know what I'm collecting there, but I have 3! Okay, so Reflect does something. I accept that. I accept that. I think I'm gonna leave it on life for now. Mostly because I don't think I need to cast Reflect to figure out what it does here. It seems to me like it's better shield, and so that might be useful for things like if I'm gonna choose to cast shield on like a blue iron knuckle, Reflect might be good. But I don't fully know what it's for, other than I've been told to do not enter Maze Palace without that. And so, you know, we didn't. Cool. So, the next step, according to my guide, is to go to Maze Palace. But you might notice I'm at 4985 out of 6,000, and that is close enough that I definitely want to level up first. So, we're gonna get ourselves a safety save. And this is an interesting one, because it feels like the most efficient way to do this is to just action screen back and forth out of this town and into it again. Because there's all of those Octo Rocks along with the bubbles, as well as like whatever things we fight on the beach. This is interesting. Like, I don't think it's worth my time to run all the way back to the swamp, is what I'm saying. That is ridiculous, and I would have to fight so many things going back to the swamp and then coming back to this town, given that my goal is to get to Maze Island again in, like, the best health that I can manage to be. So, a lot of these action screens are stressful for me. Let's see how we do. Oh, we have bubbles. I do not like the bubbles. Hello? I have pressed down stab several times and failed to down stab. That is not ideal. Hello? I do not like the bubbles. Oh my gosh. My down stab button is just not working on this screen. And that's depressing. Oh, he's just gonna... Oh no! Okay. So, we're just gonna rewrite those. That was not working for me. And that's fine. This is the bubble one. Wonder if it would actually be better for me to, like, walk around on this section of beach and try to fight things here instead. Like, what is this? Word of the stream! Boo Blaze! Oh my gosh, I love that you can kill those things while they're still in the ground! Okay, we're gonna absolutely wreck this screen. This is my goal. Yes. Yes. I see that I have something going on in chat. And that is fantastic. So we're gonna do this for a second. Welcome in, Garlic Grove. Ooh, very cool entrance. Very cool entrance. So thank you very much for redeeming word of the stream. Bubbles, do you want that with or without the accent on the E? I am happy to make Bubbles the word of the stream because these bubbles are driving me bananas. I am not a fan of them. I have never been a fan of them. They are so difficile. Accent is good. We shall do that. And thank you as well, Garlic Grove, for your contribution to the February Game Swap Challenge. We have made it. So we have actually reached the threshold for the February Game Swap Challenge, which means it is poll time. Oops. Booblaze. Except I lost the base of my sign. Ta-da is missing. I'm gonna have to go fetch that. So I'm gonna explain and start the poll first, and then I can go fetch the bit of my sign that fell off and rolled towards my front door. Fetching is my goal today. So, the Game Swap Challenge, in case you do not already know, the Game Swap Challenge is basically a way of giving me a break, should the community so desire, so that I can play a different game for a little while, because I tend to play very long-form content. Completionism is not a quick and easy choice. And so, each month, I suggest a few games which may or may not be of interest to the community, for them to contribute meaningless calories, otherwise known as channel points, towards, to see if I can swap out a game for one stream and one stream only. And so that game swap will be on Wednesday this week in place of Zelda 2. I will be playing the game that is pulled by the community as being the acceptable game to swap in. So let me just jump over to where I've got all them details, because that is super delightful. We will make a poll. Bam. Which game will be the February game swap? Bam. So our first option, and the option that already has votes, is Yoshi's Island, which is the amusing option as well. So I wanted ones that were like slightly February themed. So what I have up here is Clarence's Big Chance, which is about taking a lonely gentleman on a date, to see if he can get the girl of his dreams to agree to date him more after that one date. And then there is also Emily is Away, which is an MSN style sim-ish, like dating sim, where you can try to convince people to fall in love with you, Emily included. And then Yoshi's Island, which I am advised is very related to love, as it has to do with the delivery of babies. So those are the three games that are available for the February Game Swap. The poll is up right now in chat, so please feel free to vote. You can vote additionally. If you choose to contribute more meaningless calories towards that, you can get more than one vote in, but please make sure that you vote as per your inclination towards which game you would like me to swap in on Wednesday. Any one of them would be fun to play, but I definitely can see why people are leaning towards Yoshi's Island. And then yeah, y'all do that. I'm gonna get the footprint of my chalkboard back. 1 second. Then we'll play more Zelda 2. We will do more actioning and stuff. 1 pursuits. Okay, we'll play. I need to be able to operate. There we go. Problem is the base is a circle, so when it fell, it just like rolled forever. But there we go. Functional chalkboard once more. Please come live there. Whew. I think it'll be nice to take a break from this game for a little while. And voila! We have some votes already. Well, that is exciting. Okay. Yes, please. I would like to try this one again. Oops, I collected a potion without meaning to collect a potion. Oh, my timing was off on that stab. Nice. Honestly, I kind of like this screen for the level grinding. I especially like that I don't have to go very far. Whew. Whoops. Okay, so you can also stab them after they have disappeared. That is fascinating. Yeah, we'll take the life. This is not a screen that I can, like, solve as easily as the Octorock screen, because those things don't always seem to be in the same place. But it's definitely a screen that is possible. And that's cool. Cool. All of these need to just be destroyed. Ooh, another potion. Love that. Got him. Okay, okay. Ooh, a fairy. I will take the fight, though. Okay. Ooh, I can even just plain old down, like, crouch stab them. I don't have to down stab them, chat. But if they've disappeared into the ground, I probably do. Which would make sense to me. Got him. Somehow. That really just looked like I was landing. But we'll take it. Okay. Okay, so how many iterations of this? Oops. Got both of them. Got one. Okay. I do like having more magic bar for this. I really appreciate that I can cast life more than once now. My fault. Got both of those. Oops. That was poor aim. That's fine. Did I just get more than one potion on this screen? Hello? Hello? Oh! Welcome, welcome, welcome in!
Plumberry raided my stream with 14 views.
Welcome in, Plum! Plum raid, indeed! So lovely to see you.
Ivan Perez 12 is now
Plum
following.
And also all of Plum's community here. Thank you, K. Menzel, for getting that shout out. Please make sure, if you are not already, go check out Plum. Ooh, The Witcher. Plum, welcome. It is so nice to see you this happy, wonderful Monday. How are you doing? How is The Witcher? Did you get anything done? I feel like I would just die a lot. Welcome in, Ivan. Welcome in, Aaron Smallville. Welcome in, OEL Shammy. I think I tried pronouncing that last time. Plum raid, indeed. Welcome in, Jugger Bear. That's so lovely. Wes came in just as we raided. Oh, got a bunch done. So much progress. Welcome in, Tacosaurus. I love tacos. That's fantastic. I am so glad to hear that, Plum, and I am super happy to see you today. Aw, I'm just gonna drop, like, shout out has already been dropped, and I am happy for it, but I'm gonna say thank you for being here all the same. Welcome in, everybody. If you are new here, I'm Lady QEW, and I'm a completionist sort of gamer, so we play games a lot that are like, you know, aiming for the 100% of like getting the everything. It's a lot. It's a lot. We're playing Zelda 2 right now because in 2023 I decided I was going to start a playthrough of the Legend of Zelda series. So we have completionisted the first game, the original one, and now we're on to Zelda 2, which is very exciting. However, also very exciting, we currently have a poll active in chat for my February game swap. So the game swap games are basically recognizing that I play a lot of long form content. If the community desires to give me a break from games, cough cough, aka let me play something other than Zelda 2 at least once, they can redeem channel points, otherwise known as meaningless calories, towards swapping in a game for a single stream. So we have reached that threshold, which means on Wednesday, instead of playing Zelda 2, I'm going to be playing another game. And the 3 options are currently live in a poll. We have Yoshi's Island, we have Clarence's Big Chance, and we have Emily is Away, all of which you can vote for and or use calories should you have them to vote. Vote for Yoshi's Island so I could actually be here. Valid, Kate. Absolutely valid. This is so funny. And it is lovely to see you all here. In the meanwhile, though, I have some leveling to do. We found ourselves a little safety town, and we are learning how to destroy, so we are learning how to walk into Octoroks, first of all, but we are also learning how to destroy these new evils that we have located, because I want a few more points so that I can get another level before I start the next palace. And you know, I respect that about myself. I respect. For once you didn't have a ton of points to choose the vote. That is okay. There's definitely votes. There are things that are happening. So for people who are members of the community, you will also be able to vote on Discord later today. I mean, honestly, it's valid. K. Menzel's reasoning was very convincing. K. Menzel suggested that Yoshi's Island is absolutely a, like, game themed towards the month. I like that you can destroy them when they're still underground. Because babies. This is what we learned from K. Menzel. Destroy! I also learned how to do destruction. This isn't bad. 5745 out of 6,000. I like that. I like that. It would be nice if the fairies were to spawn again, though, because I have... Oops. Okay. Hello? Okay, so, we're gonna... hello? That was rude! I'm trying to collect a potion and it doesn't even accept my stab when I'm trying to, like, do that for the destruction of my enemy. Hello? Okay, so I've had a problem a few times today, chat, where I press down for the down stab and it doesn't work. And that's not my favorite. Wow, K. Menzel. Wow. I see you there. Okay, so we have quite a number of votes for Emily is Away as well as for Yoshi's Island. And so I might actually just eliminate Clarence for the Discord vote, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I will be putting polls up on Twitter, if anyone is even still on that platform, as well as on Discord at the end of the stream. Oh no! Oh, what a shame. That's okay. Plum, you already told me that you were voting for Yoshi's Island, and so I accepted that vote as cast already, as well as Kate's vote as cast for Yoshi's Island. I just keep tallies. You know what? I'm very suggestible. This is how we be. So I'm just gonna pop those results into another tab so that I have access to them, because that is important to me. And yeah, on Wednesday we'll set up, we'll play something else for a little bit. It should be fun. 58:25. I'm gonna take a quick town visit. Just to hang out with my side chick for a little bit and go visit good old Sherbert Lemon. Gosh, the like sprites that do not understand what they are doing. Okay, we're very close. We are very close. We are going to create a suspend point. Cool. Accept your destruction, enemies! Oops, I missed. That's okay. I got that one. I don't need this potion anymore, but I will take it. Oops, I missed. That's okay. You can still collect it! Oh my goodness, potion spawning in the middle of sand. Ah, those are moblins. I don't know what the moblin version is, and so I'm worried. Whoop. Okay, that looked like I knew what I was doing. Gotcha. Wahahaha. We are so close. One more. Come on. Come on. Which one of you wants to do the honors? Okay, that's fine. Bam! Look at that! Ooh. Ooh. We might actually be able to increase. Huh. Interesting. Okay. So, just need to get a quick life regen. Delightful. So, magic 8, life 8. We might be able to go up to 9 on these. Which is interesting, because I was absolutely told by a guide that it was 8, but I was told by a Beavis that it was 9, and so I don't know, but Beavis seems to know a lot about Zelda. So my goal with doing that was essentially, if I can complete Maze Palace, I'm gonna get another level in something, and that'll probably be attack, and so that would be nice to just have done and have myself at a whole bunch of level 8s. Okay. So, now we have to figure out what we're doing! Yay! Now the timeline is completely messed up anyway. He's really taking a stab at saving Zelda. Yeah, we do need to give Link credit for that. That is a very funny joke. Where do we think Breath of the Wild fits? Like in the timeline? I don't think anything fits in the timeline. I don't even think these Zeldas fit in the timeline. Nope. We're just gonna... Oh my gosh. Of course I lost health on that. Awful. Okay. Throw yourself off a bridge. Thank you. Oops. I accept your sacrifices. Okay. The only Nintendo timeline that makes sense is the Metroid one. Valid. I always say the very end is how I explain all the stuff from these games. The end of which fork? Like, just every timeline converging into one. All of them! Honestly seems pretty valid to me. So, this one is gonna be the worst. Great! We are undoing that. No. I am not being moblin here. Okay, I'll take this one. Ooh. I'll even do this. Oh, shoot. That was a waste. Utter waste. That was a lot of health. Shoot. These are the Tektite ones. Ah! Should have just decided to run. I think that was a waste of magic. Cool. We're resetting again. I always took it as an after the Wind Waker ocean dried, which is how it has Zora and Rito. Oh, that's an interesting thought. I actually truly do not understand the nuance of how some people construct those timelines, like based on little details like that as to what the games have. I'm like, listen, Brian David Gilbert tried. That's enough for me. Nope. I am not doing this with moblins. If it is a blob screen, I will try. My dodging is not very good right now. Time travel is fickle enough as it is. Yep. Something in Twilight Princess that absolutely cannot fit in the timeline. Ooh! Fairy? We will take fairy. Okay. Okay. I believe in myself, chat. I believe in myself. I've now made it this far. We're gonna save again. It absolutely cannot fit in the placement that they have it in. That's valid! I mean, I don't think they were thinking about an ultimate timeline with any of these games. And that shows, I think. Borg Porgs, yes! Oh my goodness, that's adorable. Run away from everything! Especially run away from moblins, but this is fine. We're just gonna leave this screen. Okay, the beach screen is easier. Whoo! We made it, chat. We made it to the island. I'm proud of us. I'm proud of us. I would really enjoy a Borg Porg. Collective identity. They all cry out at the same time. The 2N. Okay, sure. Lol. Yes. I think I would have really just respected the idea that, like, these games aren't consecutive. They're just little mini plots about the same character over and over, right? Like, it's interesting. It's very interesting that whenever I walk across that part, the, like, sound slows down. East until the first north path. Wait, this is the first north path. Oh, I'm trying to find my way to the Maze Palace. Northeast. Sure. Why? Oh boy. Not my favorite. Not my favorite. I kind of want to undo this entirely. Definitely want to undo this entirely. Another one. Chat, the Tektites, they're the worst! That one's following me. This doesn't make any sense. Why would it... Did I not understand it correctly? Go south, then east until the first north path. Use it to go north, then head east when the path splits. Keep going north, going past the bridge on the left, head across the bridge to the north. There is a way to get there without hitting action screens. Go west until there is a north path. Awful. Awful. Okay. Zoras are definitely easier to defeat than Tektites. Okay, and so then I have to go north from here. West. West. Go west again when the path splits. North when the path splits. And then I need to go east every time after that. Be defeated! Oh, jeez. That was a bad strategy right there. I need you guys to, like, back up? Ah! Oh, whoops. Jeez. Nope! 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 I don't like this! Ah! How dare they do your boy like that? That's awful. Wait, aren't they all weird? I dislike this. Okay, you can just leave. I'm fine with that. Oh my gosh, red potion! Abso-heckin-lutely! Ugh! The worst! I just hate them! They won't leave me alone! I hate them so much! The Tektites are awful! Like, I got a red potion and my life is still awful! Ah. The worst. There's more! But wait! There's more! How many of these are there gonna be? 'Cause, like, no. The answer is no. I'm not doing any of this. You can all just leave me alone. Come on. The worst. Absolutely the worst. This is not even worth this. So, we're gonna see if we can get ourselves... Oh my gosh, awful. Nope. That is not what we wanted. Why is there an enemy on this screen? Cool. Boozles should not be banned like that. You are correct. This is awful. I do not like this palace at all. It's mean, chat. So, I can upstab, but I can only jump like this much. Okay. Why is it always evil? Nice. Okay. Life, please. And we're gonna... Ah! Fudge! I pressed life again and it didn't work. So that's my fault, probably. Either way, there is no such thing as safety in this awful palace. It is awful. I don't like this. This is not starting well. This is not starting well, chat. We have more life and magic than we started with. We still don't have full life, but we have various types of stab. Oh my gosh. This is the difficulty with Zelda 2. And, like, I acknowledge, this is a hard game. And I'm playing it for the first time, so of course it's going to be hard. So, like, actually, this is just about it being hard, frankly, at this point. But, like, experiences like that are really difficult. It's kind of like when you're just trying to figure out where to go. Like, you can't avoid action screens when you're just trying to figure out where to go. And so it can be frustrating to me specifically because when I'm just trying to go somewhere, there's like this constant feed of input of like everything is attacking you. And like, you know, if the game wants to be like that, then that's valid. It can be as it pleases. You know? Is great. So, where do we go now is a real question. Let's try this direction. How do I beat you? Oh, I see. You beat me. Cool. Maybe I'm just gonna run past you. Except, I don't know if I have to come back this way yet or not. So, we go this way. There's gonna be a dude who drops there, but we don't need that. We're not here for this. We can just avoid him. You know? We don't need to bug him. He's fine where he is. What is this way? Oh gosh. Okay. This one we might need to do something about because he's very in our way. This looks like a disappearing bridge to me. Do I need to do anything for this one? Yep, I think I need to do something for this one. Yeah, I would not have made that without the jump spell. That is important to note. Okay. Oh, this guy. I remember him. Whoop! The gorilla. Oh my gosh, my downstab concept is very different. Okay, okay, that was a success though. Oh my gosh, I should have saved. Okay, we're fine. We're learning. Okay, 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 okay. Save states, man. Save states are the only way that I live through this game. I'm just gonna go. I don't need to be anywhere near you guys. It's fine. So, there was a red stabby dude here. Got him. And so now here is where we needed to jump. So, we are going to... Woof! We're gonna almost screw up immediately. Ugh! Got him. We will accept a continuation of that save point because we got him. And that's what's important. And then we will try not to just immediately die. Oh my gosh. No! Leave me alone! I was not happy with that. That is fine. Oof! Well, that was an attempt. Petulant Cobra, that was an attempt. Okay. Are there more enemies here? Because I didn't really like better than usual. That's true. I see the key. I want the key. Drop me something good? That's nice. That's definitely good. Oh, shoot. Okay, so I think what I've learned is I need to do the start select twice if I'm ever going to try double casting that. Okay. We are in a pretty good position now. I mean, we're on the wrong side of some lava, but we have almost full health and we have full magic. And we are in the palace. I'm probably not going to wipe the whole palace. This is our safety spot in the palace, chat. Oh, so far. Let's see if we can get back without instantly dying in all the lava. Very nice. I am a fan of that. Okay. So, this is interesting because I can't get back up. But I think I can just go down. I think I can just go down. I don't think I need to jump to do it. Well, well.
Money Mercs raided my stream with 18 views.
Welcome in. Hello, hello. Welcome in, Money Mercs and friends. Hello, Hyrule 452.
My police is now following.
Thank you very much for the follow. Thank you very much for stopping in, for jumping over here with a raid. Just a bunch of Zelda peeps. Love that. We love ourselves some Zelda peeps here. Just some general peeps. Really, really nice to meet you. Were you playing the original Legend of Zelda? That's what you were doing today? How was that? How was your stream today? And thank you so much for hopping over here. I'm Lady QEW. Kim Menzel, thank you for dropping that shout out there. I'm Lady QEW. I enjoy Nintendo content in general, but this year I am playing through the Legend of Zelda franchise with an eye towards completionism. And yes, that includes Zelda II. So we're here. We're persevering. We exist. All I'm saying is it's the first time I've ever played this game. So it's been fun. Good morning, Muck Police. Ooh! Oh, how lovely!
Romeo just subscribed. Plumberry gifted a tier 1 sub to
We're
Romeo.
Big PB today. Aww. Oh, well, you know what? There will
Insipid
be
Inspector just
other
subscribed.
times.
Plumberry gifted
That's
a tier 1 sub
impressive
to
that you're
Insipid
doing the
Inspector.
speedrunning. I have to take more time to look into the speedrunning. Plumberry Muffin, thank
SDR
you
underscore scooter just
so
subscribed.
much.
Plumberry gifted a tier 1 sub to SDR underscore scooter.
Love it. Thank you so much for gifting those subs, Plum.
Dianal just subscribed.
Look at those
Plumberry
levels!
gifted
I
a
know
tier 1
she's
sub to
dog.
the I1.
That will be more? Yeah. You have, yeah, 7, 8,
What Up
8.
Willis just subscribed. Plumberry gifted a tier 1 sub to What Up Willis.
What you're learning about me. again, I'm doing this casually. I'm just trying to experience the game. We're not doing speedruns or anything like that. We're in Maze Palace. We have level 7 attack, level 8 magic, level 8 life. This is entirely based on the fact that I have a lot of patience. And so we spent a lot of time in the swamp. We had like 2 whole streams in the swamp where we were just killing Octoroks, and that was all we did. It's been helpful. It's been helpful for survival. Oh,
Money Mercs
thank
just
you so much for
subscribed.
that.
Plumberry gifted a tier 1 sub to Money Mercs.
Cool.
They are given 35 gift subs in the channel.
That is a lot of gift subs, Plum. You're amazing, and I hope you know that. Thank you so much for your generosity to the community over here with dropping some gift subs and then also making sure that Money Mercs feels welcome. I love that. Super lovely for stopping by. I really appreciate that. I also understand, because you've been streaming, if you need to dip, you feel free to do that. Look after yourself. But thank you so much for the raid, for dropping people off here. Lovely to meet anybody who's here for the first time. We are just here to enjoy some Zelda content and or also play Zelda 2, depending on your perspective. You know, it's fine. It's fine. I scream a lot when it comes to this game. This game stresses me out. So we're in an okay place right now, but I think we're about to do something that's a little bit terrifying. So I'm a bit unclear as to which level I want to be on for this. Okay, terrifying. Love that. Great, 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 great. So, we are going to just fling ourselves into this gap chat, and then we are going to try to get over here. Okay, we made it. We made it. Not a fan of the booblés there. Oh boy, him again. This dude is very bothersome for us. Very bothersome. Stressful. Everything about this is stressful. I'm certain there's something on the other side of this, and I am afraid of it. So, we're not going to use our safety saves yet. I'm certain there's something here. But what it is... Oh my gosh. Okay, okay. Hello? Anytime you want to actually do what... Oh my gosh, this downstabber is the absolute worst. Is that an iron knuckle? That's an iron knuckle. Okay, well, there's no way I'm going to beat him if I don't do this, so get over here, Mr. Iron Knuckle. Come on. Come on. I need you to be further this way. Ah, shoot. Ah. Oh my gosh. Okay. We did defeat him. Is that gonna give me a potion? It's probably not gonna give me a potion. It's probably not friendly enough to give me a potion. Oh my gosh, look at them. Those are the fanciest looking boots I have ever seen. Okay, so that is the item for this one. That's super interesting. So we now officially have fancy boots. Look at that. Look at that screen down there. Love it. But we are not really in a safe space. Do I think I can do that fight better? Okay, so we know what the reward is. I kind of want to try that fight again. Now that I know what I am arguing with, I kind of want to see if I can argue better and get the fancy boots without having lost so much life. Oh, what are the chances that I can do it? Okay. I will do this. I will persevere here. Okay. Okay. That's already better. So we just have the iron knuckle next. And this is gonna be somewhat garbage. Because we have to spawn him in first. Yeah, there he is. Come on. Come on, friend. Come on, sir. This way. Okay. This aspect is not going as effectively. That's fine. That's fine. I got the first 2 hits in pretty okay, but then things went wrong. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah. So he just starts throwing a lot more. Eventually. That's better. That's better because we can use our magic this time to give ourselves life. A little bit. That's fantastic. Okay, 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 okay. We aren't safe by any means, but we do have the item now. Worth, I think, at least. Okay, so item get, magic not doing so hot, life existing. I think we have to keep going down now, because there isn't anywhere else to go. So we're just gonna have to throw ourselves off a cliff once more. Apparently these boots are like all the new hotness, chat, and that's not just because of how delightful they look and how fancy they are. It's because you can use them to walk on things like apparently water and lava. I am not sure what to make of that, but oh yeah, let's just follow him. Where are we heading? We're gonna go this way. And that's pretty cool, assuming that that is true. If true, very cool. I'm not sure I would trust it. I feel like I'm still gonna insta-die if I fall in this lava, in particular, but I don't understand these boots. I truly don't understand these boots. But I know Legend of Zelda to be pretty willing to give me cool perks every once in a while. So let's just save here briefly, because you know we're frightened, and by we I mean I am very frightened. I am frightened of most things in this game. Oh, love it! Him again. My least favorite. Nope. Well, that didn't work out for me. That actually was very bad, so we're gonna try it again. So I think where I'm at with that is I need to get the blocks faster, because I need to be able to jump over the fire. Why can't I, like... Why can't I block his axes? That's my real question. Oh my gosh. Hate it. Oh, love it! Okay. I don't think I'm gonna cast that again, though. That was nice. That was nice. That was worth a safety save so that I don't insta-die in lava. I do enjoy red potion drops. Oh, a bubble. Hooray. So now, explain to me, game. Will this guy have a red potion? Maybe? He might drop me a red potion. Nope, he does not. Okay. So we now have another key. And we have a bubble flying around. Ah! Yep. Okay. I am not happy with that. I can't move fast enough for this. Yeah, okay. So this is the worst. This bubble is in... I've got to be able to do something to avoid that, you would think. There it is. Okay. That could have been a lot worse. Oh my gosh, dragon heads. Why are these guys here? Why are they here? Why? 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 I hate them! Well, that's unfortunate. There's new enemies in that room now, so now we know. Oh, that was not it. Oh boy. That was it. Whew! Keep running, keep running, keep running. Okay, okay. Get myself another... Did I get any new abilities? Well, I have walk on water, but you still insta-die in the lava, so that's awful. I have upstab now. Upstab is a new ability that we have. I'm not sure if it's going to help me with the dragon heads. Oh boy. I just need to get through this screen. I feel like this is the mantra of Zelda II. I just need to get through this screen for every screen in the game until you're just done the game. So I have boots now. I have reflect now, which I don't think will help me in this instance. I have fire, which might help me in this instance. It's very possible that fire will kill the dragon heads when they're still like very far in front of me, but currently they're still taking 2 hits to die, which means like I don't think the fire is gonna work immediately. The upstab was totally needed in the last dungeon for sure. Right. I don't know, man. Like, upstab is cool, but feels a bit like, as Kate said, I should know how to do those already. Okay. Bam! Oh, that was so much better than it could have been. Oh. Something that makes them significantly less annoying. Fair. Like I said, I'm following a guide, and so I'm picking up extras as I get to them. But I don't know how to play this game at all, which means that we're definitely in a position of like not knowing if there's something better that I could get later that I don't have. I need to go back to Mido to get it. Interesting. Link is just slowly learning basic abilities. I can stab upwards! Exactly. Okay. I'm sure. What? Okay. So I'm gonna guess, chat. I'm gonna guess that that is a Wizrobe. That is a Wizrobe, and I don't think I'm gonna like it. I forgot I had the fairy spell. That's probably fine. Okay, so I think it's time to learn how to fight Wizrobes. This is gonna be difficult. Insipid Inspector, welcome in. Good morning. It exists. We have Magic 8 and Life 8, which is great. Hopefully we're gonna get attack 8 if we can finish this dungeon, but it's awful. This palace is awful. Most of the palaces have been awful. This one is awful. I say that about all of them when I'm in them, you know. Wait, this is sharp? No matter what direction I pointed? Good job, Link. However, things that we have learned and done today is we now can stab up. Look at this masterful stab up. And we saved a child and held it above our heads. It was fantastic. Great meme. So fantastic. Welcome in, Echo in Mexico. It is so lovely to see you. Thank you very much for redeeming seasonal candy and also for redeeming non-seasonal candy. For my non-seasonal candies, we are looking forward to Easter, which is not the season that we are in right now. So I have myself some Easter eggs, which are delightful and fantastic, but not this season. We saved a child, held it above our heads. Correct. I said what I said. And then in continuation of our wonderful month, cinnamon hearts. They are heart-shaped. They are red. That is good enough for me. So we're just going to nom on a few of those too. And then we're going to slowly cry. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this palace today, chat. Okay. How do I defeat a Wizrobe? That is not how. Okay. Elevator. Elevator is somewhat safe. You don't? You don't? That's the worst. Wizrobes are the worst in every game, chat. Okay. Oh, look, there's more. Oh my gosh. I don't like where these guys are. Go on. Shoot at me, I dare you! Okay, that was awful. Oh! Am I supposed to reflect their magic back at them? Because I will tell you right now, I am not wasting my time doing that. Yay, wolf heads. Amazing. Oh, I can stab up at the wolf heads. I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. Alright, I hate these things. I've hated them from the moment that I met them, chat. Oh, interesting. I don't like this. I don't think this is the correct approach, but it's definitely the approach I'm gonna take. We're gonna absolutely crush all of these blocks. Pick up this key with some stabbing. Get wrecked. Love it. Remind ourselves that we can't get back out of here. So we're gonna have to use some magic. Oh my gosh. Remind ourselves that we absolutely know how to predict the wolf head's movement. And we just need to do it. Ugh. Okay. So I feel super heckin' talented for having succeeded at that, but that was also awful. We were kind of safe in the elevator. The reflect spell sounds like a pain. I wonder how long it would take. It feels like it would take a long time. A rabbit, a priest, and a minister walk into a bar. The bartender asks the rabbit what they would like to drink. The rabbit says, I have no idea. I'm only here because of autocorrect. That's kind of funny. A lot of the rooms are sucky. I'm frightened. Okay, so I do have a save state here. Because now what I have to try to do... Oh, good. He disappeared. Oh, bad. Please die. I'm running! Okay. Oh, this is not great. Oh, not worth. I didn't even get a potion from that. Oh, cool! King Menzel, that's fantastic. That is much better news than we were expecting. Yes, I can absolutely downstab instead of crouch stab, but that involves, like, acknowledging that I'm entering a room. I have tendencies. I have specific tendencies. So now I think we need to go all the way up. Oh, those rooms look awful. Aha! I recognize that place. And I recognize this place. Jeez. I do already have down stab. Look at that. And I have up stab, down stab, jump stab, regular stab. Uh-oh, I've spawned him. That's a problem. I have so many stabs. I'm very talented at stabbing. It is so good. I usually do, but I find, so like, typically when I'm experienced grinding, I've been using downstab for like most of my combat in this game. I used it to defeat like the axe throwing blue dudes that look kind of like gorillas. Like that's absolutely what I've been using for a lot of things. Yeah, I absolutely have that. I'm just not, like, I can't use it to fight wizrobes. I can't use it in spaces like this because I can't jump effectively enough. And so it's not always something that I have an immediate ability to use in the action screens while I'm still learning them. I'm pretty sure I'm finished with that side of the palace. I've been everywhere in it. And so I better be finished with that side of the palace. And now I just have to kind of go to the other side of the palace and... Okay. Let's see if we can get back to the main elevator without dying. Because, like, for example, I can't downstab on those guys because they have their shields up here, and so it just doesn't work. Oh! When did you get here? That is not my favorite. Okay. I don't like where I'm at. I don't like any of this, but that's fine. Is there a magic refill on one of these statues? Because I absolutely would go back and get one. So Insipid Inspector, I used the red potion refill from the Iron Knuckle at the beginning of the palace when I got to the palace because I lost so much health and magic just getting here. So I've already hit that red potion. Does it respawn if I go into and out of the dungeon? It might have come back. Okay. I might do that. However, that is going to have to be a next time thing because I am out of time for today. Oh, it might respawn? That would be cool. That will be the first thing that I try next time. Absolutely. So I do have to be done for today. I will next be streaming Wednesday afternoon, 2 p.m. But I will be doing my February game swap stream that day, so we will not be playing Zelda 2. I will be coming back to Zelda 2 next week, probably on Monday, likely on Monday. I tend to stream on Monday. That's true. I can go out and in and like respawn it that way as long as I'm not just like losing all of my health to that foolish yellow thing that drops fire at me. Okay, that is a fantastic suggestion, and I will 100% take that suggestion when I come back to this next week. I think I got, like, red candy on my upper lip, and that's fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're having a good day today. Upstab. Upstab everything. He just keeps being taller than me. Like, my jump is not a very good jump, is what I've noticed. It could be difficult. Either way, I thought I had time to finish this. I did not have time to finish this. It's okay. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to my pure panic next time. It looks like we haven't even started this palace, but I swear we've done the whole east side of this palace, and we're back. I will practice. It'll be great. So I'm done for today. We're going to go on a little bit of a raid. We're going to visit Camixiel, who is playing Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, which is a game I am not at yet, but I will eventually be playing. So we're just going to jump over, say hi to her, and hope that she is having a wonderful time with a game that I very much look forward to playing again, because that is actually one that I've played before, unlike Zelda II, which is very new to me, and I am made of struggles when it comes to it. Heart! It was super, super lovely to have you all here today. Thank you, Plum. I hope that you also have a great Monday. Thank you again for the raid, and it was super lovely to meet all sorts of new people today. Zelda 2 is definitely opening my eyes to like different people in the community here on Twitch who know more than I do about it, and so it's been a lot of fun to meet new people and to hear their take on this game as well as other games, and I'm just really delighted by that. So have a merry Monday all. I've got to log off, but I will be back on Wednesday playing something else, possibly Yoshi's Island, possibly Emily is Away. We will see when the Discord votes are in, once the polls have been done. Bye to you as well. I like daisies. I hope you have a good day. And then next week, when I'm streaming again, likely on Monday, likely in the afternoon, we'll play more of this. It'll be a time, and I look forward to it, as well as looking forward to seeing some of y'all again. Bye for now. Keep it cute.